Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny and Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. I'm going to tell a story today, everybody. I'm going to tell a story about how I got screwed out of thousands of dollars with this one stock last week.
Ooh, smash that subscribe button. Give us a nice thumbs up, guys. Thousands of dollars. Birds getting screwed over here. Say it ain't so, brother.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from our this week from our option income video. I want to tell a different kind of story on this Monday morning here, have some coffee, change it up a little bit. One of these things I've talked about doing, Lanny, for years, and I've never actually done it, is investing in IPOs, in the stocks in the IPO window. So I use Fidelity as my primary brokerage, but I also have SoFi for banking. I have a little bit in SoFi Invest. I always saw you get access to the SoFi early IPO window, and it's something I've always talked about doing, but I've never actually done it. For the first time, Lanny, I decided, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to throw at least $500 at a big IPO that just happened and see where the dominoes fall. And that's ultimately what screwed me out of thousands of dollars.
Well, first off, nice job dabbling into the IPO. What was the IPO?
It was Figma, ticker symbol FIG. Um,
Big. I love Fig.
Fig, yeah, it's a great ticker. I love those kind of tickers. It had the IPO price of about, it was when I was investing, I hit the IPO window, it was at 25. I put my amount in for $500, 20 shares. I got amped up because the price kept climbing ahead of the IPO. Settled at $33, indicating to me like, sweet, I might have been onto something with this IPO. The IPO range price keeps going up. Then, Lanny, the day of the Figma IPO, we all know what happened. It shot up. It opened up trading over 105. It jumped up to $140 the next morning. Back down, it settled into the 120s. I'll probably be at about the hundreds with the video. This all sounds fantastic, Lanny. But there was
Uh,
there was one little issue that I actually didn't catch until it started trading.
you made $1 million.
No, I didn't. I got screwed. It was I felt like Bret Hart out here right now. That's what happened here.
Brett?
I didn't get an email from SoFi, which really pissed me off about this, Lanny. It was so oversubscribed that I didn't get 20 shares of Figma. I got one. So I thought I was sitting on gains of $33 up to 120. So about, let's just call it 90 dollar gain per share for 20 shares. I was sitting there like, sweet, I'm almost at 2 grand of gains right here. Nope. I am sitting on $90 of gains, and I am really frustrated about this.
Well, what happened? How did you only get one share versus what you thought was 20?
Well, when you're going through these IPOs, this is a good lesson for me and a good reminder. You're not guaranteed what you're buying into. You're putting in what you want your allotment of shares you want to buy are. So they don't reserve the right to award you those full 20 shares that I put in. They always have the right to allocate to you based on the overall demand. So this was so oversubscribed. They couldn't give everybody the shares that they asked for. So they started allocating based on that. And now I went from 20 to 1, which would have been something I should have thought about more when I saw that early price jumping up, showing that there was such strong demand in this one. And I saw this also happen on Robinhood and other accounts too.
Which platform did you use this on?
This one I use it on SoFi, but it's also on Robinhood and Public, which we've been talking about. We'll put links to all three there because I do think this is a really cool opportunity. With
Here's my question is, so have you been able to see how many shares each brokerage had?
No, I haven't actually looked into that far to it, but that would be something good to look at to see. Since I have accounts at SoFi, I have an old Robinhood account that I could probably dust off. And then Public, it would be good to see how these shares are getting split up amongst the brokers to see maybe I can just start picking between the three of which one gets there. Maybe next time I'll try Robinhood or next time I'll try Public and see if I get better luck on one of these other platforms.
So you got one share versus 20. What share price did you get it at, and have you exited already?
33 and I have not exited right now. So I'm still sitting on there. It's at 122 at the time we're recording this. It's probably going to open up in the 110s. We'll see where this goes. I'm looking to exit soon. I don't really want to hold this long term. The goal of doing this was to try and catch an early pop, sell, get a quick gain, short-term gain, not necessarily hold on to this. Figma doesn't really check a lot of my dividend investing boxes either. It's obviously not a dividend stock. It's got a very high multiple. It's not something I traditionally do. It's to try and get a quick pop, make some money, and then move the funds into like a VOO or an SCHD or a more stable dividend stock that fits my,
Or in Bitcoin.
or in Bitcoin. I could do that too. That's not a bad option. Put it where I want the assets to go. So, anyways, that's my story about Figma. I got screwed, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep looking at IPOs. I love this strategy. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It's a small percentage of my portfolio, and I learned a good lesson on this one that it could be oversubscribed and you don't get your full potential. But it is what it is.
Step up and maybe try again on another platform or the same platform and see what happens.
Yeah. So, we're gonna let me know. Have you messed around with IPOs? Again, we'll put the SoFi link in there because we both use SoFi, has access to this. We'll put Robinhood, we'll put Public down there too, whichever one you want. Have you messed around with this before? Have you invested in IPOs and then sold them quickly to capture a gain? Share any experiences you have or any other things we should be watching out for, especially as I keep doing more of these down the road.
Yeah, guys, let us know in the comments if you have experience here, guys. Like the video, subscribe to this channel, and you're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert, the Herd, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.